He's 136 and 115. That's so many games played, and he's got a positive win ratio there in StarCraft 1. And this season, he's 3-1. Only map he lost, in fact, was a Zerg versus Zerg.
That's big to note, actually. But, I mean, this guy, like you said, he's a legend. This guy, he has played so many games. He has so much experience. He's up against Shine, a guy who also has a bunch of experience, a younger player, formerly of TSL.
Yeah, here he is. So don't get this guy confused with the player in our first match. Two totally different people.
They both have glasses.
They both have glasses.
They're both black-rimmed.
They're both black-rimmed. But these two players have totally different personalities in the game. The Shine we saw in Game 1 is the aggressive, the timing-oriented, the attack-oriented player. Shine is more defensive, more reactionary. He's likely to be in this best of one, the player who defends an early pool rather than executes it. He's likely to be the player who starts double upgrades for his roaches and plays for the late game, does not go mutas, whereas rOrO could really do anything. He's unpredictable. He's got great multitasking. He loves to run around the map, do counterattacks. He's the player who's going to be putting on the aggression here in this game, most likely, if either of them do. We could have a very long ZVZ with Roach, Hydra, and Fester. Could be something we see if rOrO decides to play defensively today. But I think he's going to try to use his multitasking power to try to wear Shine down because that's what he's so good at. And rOrO is one of the players who switched over to StarCraft 2 from Brood War, who I felt like had some of the most potential of the players who switched at first. And that's part of why I feel he won the GSL. So don't be shy.
She tried to hide her face with that hair. The boyfriend's very happy.
He's much more confident now.
Yeah.
On camera. He's like, I've done this before. I can do it now. I can roll with it. So the map that we're going to have this is actually going to be Star Station TE for our third set. And the players are in the lobby, ready to go. Here's a shot of Australia Day in Korea. Thanks for coming again. Anybody can come in here. It's totally free. Using the headsets listed to us is free. Getting here is the only thing that's going to cost you anything, and it's definitely worth a trip. Not just for StarCraft, but for Korea. Let's go into our Zerg versus Zerg. rOrO versus MVP Shine. Samsung versus MVP here at the 2014 Pro League.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here in the top left, the red Zerg for Samsung Khan. This is rOrO.
And his opponent in the bottom right in blue for MVP is Shine. And we'll see how well he can do. Again, he's much different than the Shine we saw from Samsung Galaxy Con. And it's funny because I feel like their styles are totally opposites, even though they share the same ID.
Yeah, I mean, they're both Zergs, but for any race in StarCraft 2, of course, you can play a variety of different styles. MVP Whiting, that is a Zergling, very cute Zergling.
Yeah, looks like one of those Carbot Zerglings that you can now actually get in your portrait on StarCraft 2 if you go higher than level 30 for your race.
They also said the caster, the Korean caster, is very handsome.
He is.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
It was a true statement. So, wasn't wrong there. No early pulls from either of these players. It's a two-player map with a relatively longer rush distance compared to some of our other maps, like Youngsu, for example, so it's a little bit more difficult to pull off an early pull build. The map that rOrO lost was his previous game, and it was his EVZ against Bjorn, somebody who has played incredibly well this season, one of the top players. So it's something to consider going into this match. I feel like the level of Bjorn and Shine is, I'd say Bjorn is a player who's performance-wise much better than Shine, especially this season. But we'll see what Shine's got prepared, because in ZVZ, it's a mirror matchup where in the early game, almost anything goes. But once we get past the Ling-Banling phase, once players both have their naturals up and they start to get roaches out, that's when things get serious, and that's when you get to find out who really has the better skill and how the matchup is played at the non-aggressive level, at the level where you already have your roaches out and you have to use this force that's almost identical to your opponents to move on the map and put pressure on. One of the reasons why this matchup is called by many people to be like a knife fight matchup is because in the early game, everything is crazy and you have to defend, right? And then in the mid game, both players are constantly attacking each other with forces that are relatively mobile, and they're both the same composition. It's roaches against roaches. So we'll see how this one plays out. It's all about gas. Sometimes in this matchup, controlling how much gas your opponent can mine means how many roaches he can produce, and upgrade-wise, that becomes a big issue as well. Sometimes fights are decided based on one player not having the Carapace upgrade completed or not having an attack completed. That's a cool Kespa logo.
I like the E. Mixes in there with the K and the S.
Yeah, that's
cool.
really cool.
The sign we had before was also about the Lunar New Year, and it was just saying Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Nice little Chinese letter up there. I don't know what it means exactly. I think it's the one for luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like you were saying, this matchup can go either way. It's very feisty. Both players drawing their knives very, very slowly. This is like the very beginning. The two Zerglings coming out here. Looks like Shine in the blue is going to try to come up here, see what he can see. Not going to commit to putting those Zerglings in there. Want to keep that one alive. Meanwhile, these two over here have gotten in the base.
Yeah, he sees that only one Harvester is mining from that gas. So he knows his opponent's going more mineral focused for income right now. And he's been able to see that Zergling speed has also been started. There's one Zergling trying to make it all the way home. Looks like he might be able to do it. So the differences in these builds are one player takes gas, gets speed to control the map. The other does not, gets extra mineral mining.
I see what she's doing. She has her iPad. She's playing a little game up there. She doesn't even know she's on camera.
She has no idea. She's playing an iPad game instead of watching Zerg vs. Zerg. Listen, I know not everybody likes ZVZ, but
she definitely is at least enjoying whatever game she's playing more.
She's probably like playing Fruit Ninja.
She's going crazy up there. Her two hands are going wild. It looks like some kind of rhythm game, actually.
She's probably playing OS. It's a great game, by the way. If you guys haven't ever played this game, it could actually help you with StarCraft because it's all about precision and mouse control. You go to osu.ppy.sh. Now you check out this really cool game that I told you about. And if you like music and you like music games, it's probably something you'll enjoy, but it can help your mouse control a lot for micro.
Yeah.
And I just recommend it.
Yeah. I play that game a lot as well. And it's very fun, even besides, you know, just improving your mouse skills.
Yeah, it's really fun. This hatchery trying to be saved by two queens.
Queen's going in the wrong direction, though.
You know, he almost got it there, but not quite. He damaged it pretty heavily.
Yeah, he did do a decent amount of damage over here. There's a bunch of more of these Zerglings. He wants to surround these queens. Nope, not going to get it. He's going to be forced to back off, and not a lot of Zerglings also coming out of rOrO with the Spine Crawler, as well as those two Zerglings. He is going to be warded off. That Overlord didn't see much.
A bunch of Zerglings coming for a big attack here for rOrO right now. He's starting double upgrades at home. Starts his lair a little bit later than the lair we see from Shine. And these slow Zerglings are trying to come over here and do some damage at the hatchery. The speedlings of his opponent are going to be able to run circles around it, but it doesn't really matter when distance isn't the problem and numbers are the problem. But he gets a good position here in the mineral line, making it so that most of Shine's Zerglings cannot fire. And this gives the Roaches a great position to fight from the behind, and he gives them a little bit more time. But so many more Zerglings coming down, he just doesn't have enough.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. And now Shine with the speed that Zerglings are going to be able to chase after these. These Zerglings have to fight. They are going to die. And very nicely held off by Shine so far. Look at the supply so far. You can even see it just in there in that fight. 88 to 59 already. Yeah. And we see even more drones coming out of Shine, whereas rOrO is trying to catch up in that army supply because he did lose a bunch, making 11 roaches now with that +1/+1 upgrade.
The thing is, well, hold that thought. The Spinecrawler will go down. There's so many speedlings here, and this is a big problem for rOrO. He just lost all of his wing army. Now he's got 2 queens exposed. Goes for the one with more energy. They both have 1 transfuse, though. Actually, 2 transfuses on that queen. The transfuse is buying so much time. Meanwhile, the Zerlings coming here to surround these roaches, and Shine doing the opposite of what I expected him to do this game. He is the aggressor. He is the one who's poking, and he's going to have, he has roach speed already. He has +1. He doesn't have a big group of roaches, though, to follow up, to go for an attack, to try to do any more damage.
Yeah.
And so even though he's ahead in Harvesters here, he's not really hitting a timing.
No, I like the identification by him, though, that he would be able to go across there with that tempo and at least take a little advantage there. He was able to take out 1 queen eventually, as well as a bunch of units, but now he's just going to back off. He's up 15 drones. That's going to help him a lot. He does have that +2 coming earlier for him as well. He's just got to be careful about those units coming across for rOrO. Looks like they're backing off for now.
Yeah, they were spotted. He's making a macro hatch, Shine that is, and he's making it at his 3rd base, so that's going to help him reinforce and attacks a little bit faster if he wants to, you know, start attacking. Whoa!
Whoa, they just left. They ran away.
I've like never seen that one before. That was actually an escape.
Yeah, they ran away from the camera. They were not kidding around.
No.
They're back, though. Camera can have another chance.
All right, let's talk about this attack here from rOrO. He's coming across, putting on some pressure. Shine, again, identifies this. He had the better worker count. Now it's tied, even. But he mined more because of this. And really the only thing that rOrO has going for him in this game is that he is getting double upgrades at once, whereas Shine only has the +1, and he's going to have only the +2. If rOrO continues double upgrades, he will be able to eventually catch up here. But the macro hatch positioning that we were talking about earlier is really important because that can help reinforce so much with those larvae. If he puts that in the main base, that means more roaches are coming from the main base, which has to walk past the natural, then walk to where the 3rd base is before it even starts to rally into the army. It also means if he loses his 3rd base, at least he has 1 more hatchery, so he's not a super long distance mining there. So I really like that choice by Shine. He now has beefed up his roach count quite significantly, goes into his Carapace upgrade, and it looks like he may try to fight with +2 here.
He's going to fight with burrow and burrow movement as well. I'd like for him to wait for all of these roaches to pop up as well as +2. If he can attack on that timing, I'm not sure if rOrO can hold this off. He needs to at least make a bunch more Spinecrawlers or something. I'm not sure if he's ready for this attack. He has a nice Overlord or Overseer there to spot.
He doesn't stop them. Okay, now he does.
Yeah.
Okay, so he saw them with the Overseer, but he almost let them through anyways. So it was a good idea by Shine to try to sneak into the main base while he goes for an attack at the 3rd, but he is spotted. And rOrO now seems to have enough to defend. It's all about positioning, though. And the bank for Shine is building up quite nicely here for him. Now that he's maxed up, he will be able to remax a little bit faster, but 2-2 for rOrO is close behind. And here we go. We have the fight before 2-2 is ready for rOrO. And Shine is just going to commit here, but a better positioning for rOrO. He's got the better concave, but so many more roaches coming in here for Shine. Can he push his way through? It's really close. It's hard to say, and 2-2 is getting closer to finishing for rOrO.
Once that finishes, rOrO is going to push over this army, but it's just so close to call right now. I mean, for the supply, looks like Shine is doing a little bit better, and with some of these Zerglings coming here and trying to distract.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to push his way through. The 2-2 upgrade, though, finishes, and this is something that rOrO realizes. He goes for the chase here. And part of that supply is all the roaches that Shine was able to make because he had that bank. It's now 2-1 against 2-2. rOrO having the better upgrades. He's pushing across the map for the counterattack. He's got 16 more roaches rallied out. And can Shine hold? I think he can. And what he would like to do, I feel, is to go for some counterattacks with his burrow movement. But he does not. And rOrO turns around. He knows he's ahead in upgrades. And he's evened out some of that bank problem just by trading so well there. And he's got his own burrow movement now, going for a counterattack, and I'm not sure Shine is going to be expecting this. His Overseer's out of position. And an Overseer over here for rOrO is actually go and check to see if Shine has an Overseer over here so that he can go for an attack. So if he identifies there's no Overlord, then he can go across the map and do that. But there it is.
Yeah, Shine is very prepared for this. He even has an Overseer back at his base. He's got to know that rOrO has this option as well. Both players right now just sticking on this roast composition. Neither player going for Hydras or Infestors just yet. It's really just all about the Roach versus Roach right now. And rOrO looking a bit confident, looking like he wants to push across the map. He has a better bank right now. Could go for a fight, and it could work.
Yeah, we'll see how he does here. Although he's not fighting right away, does get a good concave, and he's going to try to force his way through here against Shine. Shine's looking stressed right now. He knows he's down in upgrades. His +2 carapace has only now started, and that's making a big difference in this fight. It looks like Shine may not be able to hold this. He doesn't have the concave. He tries to set one up, though, and the reinforcements are so important right now. Can he actually reinforce those 29 roaches for rOrO needs to join?
Yeah, at the same time, rOrO burrowing a bunch of roaches and going in at that natural, but at the same time, Shine trying to pressure in here. Looks like Shine was able to hold that off as well as rOrO.
This matchup has been changed a little bit just because of that patch that gave burrow movement roaches so much more speed. You see this harassment a lot more in DBZ. Looks like rOrO's just going to target down as many drones as he can get his hands on here. And one thing I've noticed about this map is that Shine has accidentally rallied so many of his overlords towards rOrO's base, and this means that he could lose them all if Queens came out, but they're not, so he actually just gets some extra vision here. Another group of roaches, meanwhile, coming over. It looks like about 8 of them doing some damage, and these hidden roaches at the natural are starting to pick away at drones, and this is the multitasking I was talking about for rOrO. In this matchup, he's just always everywhere.
Yeah, he is everywhere on the map. You can tell that even though Shine is also trying to go for his own harass, rOrO's just being so much more effective, especially with the advantage and upgrades as well. That +2 for armor is still not out for Shine. We see on the map a huge army of these roaches coming out, where Shine, he doesn't have enough minerals to make more of an army to max out, where rOrO is maxed out.
rOrO is maxed out, and he's got a good concave here. Shine trying to split his units. He's got a lot of roaches here. On the other hand, his carapace is about to finish. It looks like he may be able to push rOrO back. rOrO making 20 roaches right now, but he's going for the counterattack, still doing so much damage. And Shine is starting to lose this fight over here. He's lost so much momentum in this game. Shine tries to take this one fight that works in his favor, but he can't even get that. His upgrade advantage, or rather the upgrade advantage of his opponent, is starting to wear him back too much. And all the bank that rOrO built during all of this, the 4th base he has up, that Shine is not able to secure. This base goes down. Things are just looking nasty. Even doesn't cancel his 4th, and that's way too many resources to lose when he's trying to stabilize here. And stabilizing just looks like it's not going to happen at all this game. rOrO, way too many roaches. He's maxed out against 91 supply in his EVZ, and we all know what that means. This game is essentially over. Shine is just speechless here.
I mean, what you said before about the multitasking of rOrO is really what's winning him this game. Even the corruption on the 3rd there, I mean, just everything. Coming down to the little things, he is just winning. And there's the GG. Samsung Kong able to take their 2nd win. One more will do it. rOrO able to take the ZVZ.
Yeah, putting his ZVZ score at a 1-1 now. And he's got to be happy with his performance in this game. There were a few moments where Shine had him looking a little bit weak. Shine built the earlier bank, but a few of the engagements that rOrO took were better. And that one timing attack that Shine tried to hit with, where rOrO's 2-2 finished, really was the first fight that rOrO won and then allowed him to take control of the game with. And his upgrade advantage wasn't going away.